Shidilek. Hello to everyone. I am back here again. Like I promised last time, I was gonna share how to care for a person with a dementia. So I will talk about that. And how's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone is doing well, keeping up with COVID protocols, keeping yourself safe, washing your hands, keeping activities limited, and gear up for the winter coming up soon. The earlier I went outside, it's kind of chilly. I felt the snow chill. I don't want to say hopes it doesn't snow, but I want snow. We are lucky in Canada, we have 4 seasons. How do you like my hair? I always wanted this thing. Dapshu. It's called Dapshu. Well, recently, one of our family friend came back from India and she brought this as a present for me. And I always wanted that, and she read my mind, I think, because I didn't ask anyone. My mother used to make her hair like this. It's a Tibetan tradition. Whoa, I look different. But I don't have a long enough hair to make all around. Anyway, yes, so speaking about dementia, whatever I will say today, it's solely based on my own experience as a caregiver, experience as a service provider, experience that I have accumulated over the last 13-14 years of in a service industry. There is many things that I want to say, but I will cover only the basics of it. I will try to keep it as positive as possible, but there are lots of negative experiences. Hope you guys who is going through will use your common sense to eliminate those negative activities, right? So what is dementia, first of all? Pretty much everyone knows these days what is dementia. Slightly here and there, but basically dementia is forgetfulness. How do you become forgetfulness? Dementia is not a yesterday's sickness. Dementia didn't happen to someone yesterday or today. Dementia didn't happen to you a year ago, yesterday, a year ago. You know what I mean? Dementia is a process. Dementia is a process like you're getting older, like you have gone older. So as the dementia was with you, approximately, let's say if you are 80 right now and you have a dementia, probably dementia was with you for the last 35 to 40 years, gradually, growing within you, in you. It's just that either you have been managing it productively or symptomatic that has not progressed as much as now that you're getting older, because our faculties are getting aged, so you show dementia's symptom little more than was. So Forgetfulness is at some point is with many people, including myself. I'm a fully functioning entrepreneur. I have full schedule. I work to the full best level capability. But I still have forgetfulness. Like for example, sometime when I'm doing something and I need to go get something from the other place, in the middle of walking from here to there, sometimes you forget, oh, why I'm here for. You know what I mean? You have to go back to the place and then come back. Oh, you know what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Similarly, sometimes you're in a kitchen and you want to go get something from the storage room, and then you forgot what you're there to get. It happened to you sometime? I'm sure a lot of people have that experience, right? For those are the, I think, those are the early symptoms, you know. So why I'm saying this, because if we understand the early symptom now in our generation, in my generation, my age, so when we reach to 70 or 80, if we're lucky enough to live that long, then at least if we have the understanding now and the acceptance of my own health and well-being, then I will deal with it better when I get to that place. And this is just my hope. So I'm practicing myself, preparing myself for that. You never know, right? My father had a dementia. Back then, he passed away in, I think, 2000, late 2000 or early, 2000, before 9/11, 2000. He had a dementia, and until mom passed away a few years before him, we didn't know that he had dementia. I didn't even know what is dementia. I found out later after he passed away. We thought he's just lost his mind because, he didn't know. He didn't understand mom passed away already. He think mom ran away. It's still heavy for me to talk about my own experience, but this is what it is. This is real. I'm sharing so that you would understand, so you can be a better provider, so you don't have to regret that I didn't get chance to serve your parents. So you know what I mean. So you could prepare better, you could do better, so that for your own sanity, right? So he was wandering around looking for my mother. I think why we didn't notice it before, because he was with mom, because he have that stability. He have that stable person that who's looking after him, right? So that he doesn't need to be lost. Now all of a sudden when mom passed away, his dementia is, everybody's noticing now. You know what I mean? Absence of mothers, absent in the absence of my mom. Now now we're seeing it. So he wanders around miles and miles looking for my mother. Yeah. So that's dementia. What I'm saying is dementia didn't happen overnight. Dementia has gradually progressed with you, with aging, with the time, accumulated all the things. I used to think that dementia is something to do with the food. In North America, the amount of canned food we eat, it could be something to do with that. But that's not it. Because when I know my dad had a dementia, he never had a canned food. he have never even seen a canned food, I think, because we have always cooked morning, afternoon, and evening, organic, all fresh food. So how can he? And then there is a speculation, and I think there is some scientific test done saying that the people who had a lot of problem-solving job in their lifetime will not have a dementia, but that's not true either. People who are accountant and who are HR problem solvers have dementia. What is it? You know what I mean? We don't know. That's the sad part. We don't have medication. We don't have cure for dementia to this date. So what I'm saying is there's no cure for it, but what we can do is at least lovingly, respectfully caring for those people with the dementia. We can create an environment. We can do that as a caregiver. We can do that as a healthcare provider. We can do that as a personal support worker profession. You can do that as a children, right? You have this opportunity to serve. So why not, right? So dementia. What is dementia, right? This is what it is. Accumulated over the years. Nobody knows, right? That's why they don't have a medication yet. They will prescribe you this one to calm down, this one to do this one to do this. I'm not sure how much it's helping. Sometimes it's probably causing more harm than helping, because one medication on the top of medication to another medication to kill that side effect, so and so, right? You know what I mean? I think the best medication is to create a safe environment, loving environment for those people with dementia. I think that's the best medicine so far, in my experience. Okay, so I will say the basic of the dementia, right? It's basically a memory loss, but it's not totally lost. It comes and goes. It comes and goes, right? But you don't know when it comes and you don't know when it's gone. So that's why I am urging everyone to treat a person with the dementia with the full respect, full adult figure respect. Okay? Talk to them like a full respectful person. Talk to them with a nice, good tone. Don't talk too loud unless the person has a hearing problem. Treat them like a normal, full-figure person. So, the early symptom, right? The early means early could be anytime early. Early could be 45, early could be 50, early could be 65, whenever that thing is, right? It has a, forgetfulness, difficulty concentrating, and sometimes hard to carry even though regular activities, right? And struggling to have a conversation, regular conversation, but you will, those are, if you're having a symptom of not able to carry a regular conversation, the other person is, if they're noticing it, it's very much you can help, because this person is not like that, but now he is like this, and you should try to somehow help. I don't know how you're gonna do that, right? You know what I mean? Either if you're the kid, you need to maybe pay more attention, right? You know what I mean? So there are few key points that you need to keep in mind. Number one is wandering around, incontinent problems, agitation, repetition of things, repetition of speeches, paranoia, sleepless, sundowning, and problem eating properly, understanding what is nutritious for you or not, and hygiene. Those are the basic issues that will noticeably see it, that they are not able to carry on themselves. So you need help from the other side, right? As a caregiver, we need to create a better environment, and we need to be very mindful of what we say. If seriously you have nothing to say, don't say anything. Just smile. That's good enough. You don't really have to say anything. If your body language and your smile is giving a lot of caring and compassion, probably that's better than you saying something negative, because that what you say negative words will affect in their behavioral issue or more. You will damage more than doing something. Caregiving is not just changing diapers and giving them a shower and helping them brush their teeth. Caregiving means overall well-being, looking after the overall well-being of the person who you are taking care of, in this case person with a dementia. Person with a dementia, you should always treat them like a full figure person. Never treat them like a kid. Never talk to them like a kid. So wandering, they wander because there are many thoughts going on in their head, because they don't know, right? They're not sure. They're wandering because they think they have missed something. They feel restless. And if you're not, let's say, if you are a children of early sign that parents have wandered, you can write down your name, your number, their name, their number, in print it out and fold it and put it in their wallet, put it in all the pants they will wear. So at least if they wander around and somebody will find them, they will know, they will check and who he is, because sometimes they will forget their own names. And these days they have lots of gears to wear, and sometimes these days they have new technology that if your parents will wander around maybe like a 30 feet radius or something, the automatic gadget will call you. You know what I mean? So to keep safe. Used to be, we have no gadgets like that, then people will wander around on the street in a cold weather with no pajama only, and it's a dangerous situation. Incontinent, right? There's always a first time in your experience. Even for the kid, even for the children, it's a first time experience. You only have one set of parents in your lifetime, and your parents are going through this. They're a little bit pee in their underwear. Don't make a big deal of it. Just say that, oh, accident happens, this is normal. Okay, you want me to help you go change, or you want, sometimes they will go by themselves. If they want help, just help them. Otherwise, give them a privacy and to cool it down. You don't never make it big deal, because if you make a big deal, that means they are more vulnerable. They are more worried inside themselves. They feel shame. They feel embarrassed, and you don't want them to feel that way. So the more you tell them it's okay, it's normal, but and it's normal, and to prevent that, you can put on a incontinent product. You can introduce them those things, and hopefully they will be accepting it. A lot of people have very hard time accepting those things. They think that they don't need that, and they will keep having accidents. But the sooner you make them accept this is normal and you need those things, and the better it is to have less accidents, right? But always with full respect, and normalize the situation, because you cannot make it, you cannot improve at this point, because they're already in that situation. A lot of people try to improve so that she don't do it. It's not going to happen, because she's already in that state of mind. If you try to improve her not to pee in her pants next time, you are mistaken. You're making her more vulnerable, making her more embarrassed. Just go with the flow and have make her feel this is normal, and because it's normal, you should use this. So introduction of the product, and then she may or he may accept it sooner than later, right? And it's easier for everyone, especially the person who's going through it, person with the dementia. So the big thing, agitation. What is agitation? Agitation is usually, most of the time, is caused by somebody else. Agitation is most of the time something that's going repeatedly, running through your mind, that you cannot do it. Sometimes agitation could be your limitation, inability to do something, right? That could be emotional, that could be physical, that could be mentally, that could be something somebody said, that could be mostly the environment. So the more the agitated the person is, labeled behavioral issue. This client has a behavioral issue, right? But maybe we don't have a resource, or maybe we're not using the resource effectively. We need to look why this person is getting agitated. Can you change the environment? Can you change the staff? Can you ask the staff to use good words? Be nice. Have a gentle tone when you are talking to this person. Be positive. Say good things. Have a smile on your face when you go when you provide care. Smile is free. Little bit of smile will give you a lot back. Everybody in this world wants to have a good life, good day. How are you going to get it if you have a grumpy face? You know what I mean? Have some smile. You're gonna smile back at you. You smile the world smile back at you. You smile somebody else with a grumpy face, you smile it, you know, even his skin didn't stretch, but in his mind, you made his day. You did a good deed. You know, karma, what goes around and comes around. Never too late to do good deeds. Okay? So, agitation. Back to the agitation. You know, no matter how much behavioral issue the person has, if you create a better, gentle environment, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, agitation will go down. Agitation and behavioral issue because the person is in vulnerable situation and the person has been somehow treated or heard something negative about him. This person wasn't a behavioral issue all his life. Why now? Why now? That's a big question, right? As a caregiver, are you qualified to have a compassionate care, to give compassionate care? You as a caregiver, you need to practice those things. Go with the flow. Number one quality you can have is to learn how to go with the flow. Never say no. You can't do this, you can't have this, don't do this, do that. No orders, harshly orders to the person with the dementia. Always provide loving, caring, and compassionate, and have some smile. Okay? Then you will have a less agitated clients than, if no agitation means no behavioral issue. They're not stupid. They have a lots of lifetime experience. You just give them a full respect with your compassionate care and genuinely body language, he will understand. First day, you keep an arm's length distance and have a smile and get connected, have some conversation. Then one day, day 2, day 3, day 4, he will know you. Okay, this person is not here to harm me. But from the day 1, if you just go in and grab his arm and do this and do that, hey, I'm going to change you, just let's get naked and I'm going to wash you. Of course, you're in his territory. You're going to get slapped, 100% sure. Because his agitation is caused by your action. Because you put him in a vulnerable situation. Mind you, he is already vulnerable because he don't know what he's doing. Sometimes he's forgetting something. He's getting old. He's gonna die soon. I cannot do this. I cannot walk. I can do a lot of stuff, and I'm in this house that I don't know where I am. He's in lots of different problems, and you're making it worse by not being a good caregiver. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, if you create a nice, peaceful, settled environment, agitation can be limited to the people who have dementia. Don't trust me, but practice. Go do it and see it for yourself. But to be able to do that, you got to have a compassionate mind and so many bags of patience. Tell me, okay? Tell me how it worked for you. Repetition of speech. So all those bags of patience that you have, it will be useful here, because this person with the dementia is going to ask you, who are you? What's your name? Where am I? 100 times. Not everybody have those kind of symptoms, but many do. But when they do, a lot of people get mad. I should say mad. A lot of people have no patience to listen to that. Why not? You're a caregiver. You're working for. You're at job. It's your responsibility. If he asks you what's your name 100 times, you answer your name 100 times. What's your problem? Don't get agitated. This is your job. If you cannot do that, go look for some other job, because you're not good enough of a caregiver. If you are children that you cannot stand your dad asking you 100 times, get an outsource. Hire Infinitecare to provide care services for your parents. It's good for yourself and good for your parents. But you got to have a kind, compassionate, caring person inside you that needs to come out. Okay? Let's say if it's very hard to do those things, just think that person is you. Right? Yourself is very important. The most important person in this world is me, right? Usually we are like I, me, right? So think that your client is you. How would you want to be treated when you are old and cannot do anything and you have a dementia? And how would you want to be treated? So, reverse the role mentally. You will not have problem loving that person and do everything what you need to do. You know what I mean? Accumulate some good karma, because it comes around. You have the opportunity. Seriously. It's very rewarding job. Not everybody has this opportunity. So you have a chance to be a better person. Not every job is providing that. Not every job has this opportunity. You have that as a caregiver. Paranoia. It's a pretty word, paranoia. What is it? Suspicious mind. Suspicious mind happens because you value something. Not necessarily it's costly. Not necessarily something that's expensive. Something that's valuable to you. And they now, because of dementia, they don't feel safe themselves. And they think that something that they value may be taken away or stolen by somebody, may steal by somebody. So they will pack it away in some safe place. But they don't know where the safe place is when they think about where is that thing. And they might accuse some people, or they will say somebody stole something. In a real life, it's not stolen. It's put away somewhere that nobody can find it. It sometimes happens to me, because when I buy something important, I put it away in some good place, some important safe place. But then sometimes you don't remember where that safe place is, and then you're looking all over the house to look for that item. If that happens to us, why not happens to the older person who's going through dementia? So have to be understanding. So here's the takeaway thing, right? For the children, if you are dealing with your parents right now who's going through dementia, it's good idea to put away all the expensive one, not necessarily valuable to your parents or not, but what would you think as an expensive one, like diamond and gold and very expensive one that cannot, that costs a lot of money, I would put it away. That will avoid a lot of commotion. You know what I mean? Maintain a trust with the people that you work with. You know what I mean? Even though they didn't steal it, dad and mom could hide somewhere that you cannot find. Until you find that, there is a miscommunication, mistrust, misbelief in that, then you cannot function the best you want to. You cannot provide the best care that you want to provide to your parents because there's a negative thought in there, a negative experience in there, because something is missing. You know what I mean? So it's good to practice, put it away in a safe lock, to have that, to avoid that misunderstanding. Okay? And so sleeplessness, it happens because a lot of time you're anxious all the time, right? You think you're gonna miss something, so you don't sleep at nighttime, but you're sleeping at daytime, but you got to sleep at some time, right? If you're not sleeping at nighttime, you got to sleep at daytime. Daytime, everybody's busy. They don't see you sleeping because nobody notice you. Nighttime, everybody is sleeping. If you're walking around, of course, obviously, people will notice you're not sleeping. So that's the symptom, right? And the other thing is like sundowning. What is sundowning? Why is always happening at 3, 4 o'clock? Why not at 7 a.m.? By 7 a.m. you're fresh. You have breakfast, 8 o'clock. You have some activities, exercise. 1 o'clock you have lunch. Now your body is a little bit tired because you gone up early morning, did some exercise, and you have heavy lunch. Now your body needs some rest, and you're a dementia person, you forgot how to go and take a nap yourself. So you have all this thing you do. Some people get agitated, some people do a lot of different kind of things, some people are mad, some do a lot of different stuff, always some want to pack and go home. What is it? He just forgot how to go to take a nap. That's what I think. Otherwise, why? I don't see. Sundowning means what? It's a sunset is affecting you. Sometimes there is no sun, it still is sundowning to the person. That's my perspective, okay? Use your common sense and to see what's going on, because we still have no medication, remember? No cure. Problem eating, nutritious food. So there's two things, right? Some people gain weight, some people lose weight. So because some people, sometimes they think they didn't eat. They just ate half hour ago. They think they didn't eat and they'll eat again. Of course, they do that multiple times over the time, few weeks, they'll gain weight. And sometimes they don't remember to eat. You know what I mean? If they don't have somebody to look after them to make sure that they have 2 meals a day, they will not remember to eat properly. And that's how they lose weight. And there's no energy. Of course, it's going to go down from there, right? So you children's, if you visit your parents within a month or so, if you see either is a visible gain weight or visibly lost weight, you need to find out why. Take them to a doctor to get assessed, or ask them what's going on, their routine and to everything else. Okay, it's worrisome if visibly gain weight or lose weight within a month. There's something not going right. Okay, do that. And the one thing is hygiene. Of course, if you are not in a proper state of mind, you're not forgetting you yourself, you're not yourself, and you don't remember how to shower. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't have the ability to go in the shower because you don't have the energy, and you don't even remember to brush your teeth. Those are the things happens, So, as a caregiver, you need to make sure you make a routine. So maybe if you have a routine, sometimes they can follow the routine. Person with the dementia loves routine, loves stability, familiarity. If the best place for your parents is the home, is to stay home, right? But if the option is to go to retirement home or long-term care, the best to set their room as many as possible with their own belongings so that they feel like it's their home. Because a lot of time they moved in a retirement home and long-term care already, but they always think, end of the day, I gotta go home. They're not settled. If your mind is not settled, that I live here, that means, can you imagine the person's uncertainty and vulnerability? You know what I mean? So you have to create as many as homey looking feeling so that they will adopt that place. And please, a lot of time when you move your parents to a long-term care or retirement home, make sure you have a proper bed. You downsize doesn't mean you downsize your bed, their bed. Please keep the good size bed so that at least they can roll back and forth, not like they have only small space, right? That's a big time downsizing, and sometimes it could be problem. You know what I mean? I think I said so much already. The number one key is go with the flow with the person who has a dementia, okay? And that's the best you can do. Never say no. Treat them like your boss. Treat them with the full respect, okay? And create a positive environment. If you don't have any positive things to say, don't say anything. Just smile and stay, okay? And always in the beginning, before you know them, keep them at arm's length distance until they gain confidence in you. That for the caregivers. I have seen, if you don't control what you say, if you are not mindful what you say, even daughters get slapped. You know what I mean? Because when the dementia person slaps you or hit you, it's not that he hate you. You don't know. He don't know you person. It's only because he feels vulnerable by your action. So you need to use your common sense. Common sense works in so many ways to make someone else's life more peaceful, more comfortable. Okay? So I'm gonna stop talking about clients with the dementia now and how to care for it. If what I said, don't believe it, just experience it yourself and wear a caring hat Okay, wear a kind, compassionate, and be patient, okay? And it will work for you. This is my experience. I'm sharing with you so you will be a better caregiver. It will be less struggle for you, as well as the patient may benefit more. Okay, so next time I'm going to talk about as a caregiver, how to take care of yourself, when to take a break to rejuvenate yourself, because you're pouring enormous compassionate, caring, respect, and all you have to give, right? Patience. You're gonna run out of it someday. Even millionaires run out of their money if they go to casino all the time. So how are you gonna reload to rejuvenate yourself? You need to know when to take a break. You know what I mean? So I'm going to talk about how to take care of yourself as a caregiver for your own well-being. If you are not well enough mentally, physically, and emotionally, you're not good enough of a caregiver to others, right? First, love yourself. Then you can do something better for someone else. You know what I mean? With that note, one more thing. I have 3 books. The book is called Be With. So basically, person with a dementia, if you are a children or person with a dementia, just be with them. Be with them, go with the flow. It's all you can do. Don't correct them. Don't tell them what to do or what not to do. Just go with the flow. Yes, mom. Yes, okay. We'll do this, we'll do that. You know what I mean? So that will eliminate the agitation part, and everything will go smoothly, and you're making a difference in their life. You know what I mean? So I have 3 Be With books. It's written by a son of our previous client. She passed away early this year. She had dementia for almost 10 years, and she was our client for the longest time. Her son wrote the book, and it's very sensible. It's his experience, and I think it's very meaningful if someone wants to read. I have 3 of those. Please put a comment below. Whoever the first 3 wants it, I will mail it to you. Send me the address. Has to be in Ontario in Canada. Okay? Thank you very much for staying with me. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully my experience helped you a little bit. Tell me how it helped you or not, or ask me if you want me to share any other experiences with you, what topic you want me to talk for the next one, maybe the following next one. My experience for the last many years is with seniors in many different levels, many different things, dealing with the caregivers, dealing with the personal support workers on the both sides. Okay? So, thanks again. Stay well, take care of yourself, and around, okay?